Well, right now we're at Gwagwalada. The area is called the University area, where you have the University of Abuja. And this is a suburb where you have a lot of people living. Now, there is a warehouse where a number of, we hear thousands of COVID-19 palliatives have been stored. And in particular, we're talking about grains, foodstuffs. You have rice, indomie, and a whole lot. Now, what's going on here is that the whole community or the whole suburb have all found their way to the warehouse, where they are packing as much as they can get of this COVID-19 relief materials and are taken back to their homes. It's actually a tug of war getting to where the warehouse is now, because a lot of people, cars, bikes are all trying to make their way down to the warehouse. Well, the environment is not so friendly. It's a bit hostile, as some of the residents here don't want to be caught on camera. So we're trying to be careful as we try to take some shots. But you can see a number of them trooping out from where the warehouse is located. A whole lot, a number of others who haven't gotten in there are still trying to make their way there. I learned that with the number of palliatives you have stored in the warehouse, it's going to take over 2 days to have people trooping in to take as much as they can to their homes.
Well, CHINAEMEREM, can you confirm if this warehouse is storing government palliatives? As we have seen in other parts of the country, some of these lootings are at private residences, private businesses and private warehouses. So can you confirm that these were COVID-19 palliatives stored in that warehouse?
I'm not sure I got you well.
CHINAEMEREM, I'm just going to ask you again. Can you confirm if these were COVID-19 palliatives stored in a government warehouse?
Okay, so I learned it's a facility owned by the Federal Capital Territory Administration and directly controlled by the Agricultural and Rural Development Department or Secretariat under the FCTA, and it's located in the outskirts of the Federal Capital Territory. Now, a lot of the items being carried by these residents are clearly labeled COVID palliative.
All right, CHINAEMEREM, let me ask you this. Well, no security presence around that place at all to even try. At times, it can be very tasking for them to do that. But even to try to either stop them, you know, tell us what the security situation there is like.
Okay, so while we're still trying to make our way into the warehouse, which is still, you know, down the road, coming into this area, that's a major military checkpoint while coming into this aspect of Gwagwalada. Of course, the military checkpoint was a free ride. There's no traffic there. And of course, I'm sure the military men are trying to be civil and relate very well with the residents. But after that checkpoint, we haven't seen any other security personnel or a checkpoint. I really don't know if there is one ahead of us, but as of where we are, I'm not seeing any. And it's like a free-for-all. So many people with bags as big as the 50 kg bag of rice. Some are stocking in a lot of items, sugar, indomie, Maggi, and all ingredients used for cooking in their bags. It's like a free-for-all here, as I see no security personnel on ground. Well, the car that is with the alarm, it's a prison vehicle, Hilux vehicle that is trying to make its way out of the area. Back to you.
Thanks, CHINAEMEREM. We're going to bring it back into the studio. Hopefully we have more time, because I just wanted to ask you quickly. I mean, when I started off reading this report, it said suspected hoodlums, and we've seen quite a lot of citizens walking behind you, hoving the COVID palliative materials, as we can see. Citizens that certainly don't look like hoodlums. Have you had a chance to speak to anyone who has gone into the warehouse today, and of course this is not saying it's right whatsoever, has gone into the warehouse today and taken palliatives from the warehouse? Have you spoken to any citizens on on their take on this.
What happened? Now you've been fighting. No, you can't get access. So what's going on?
Inside. Some people are fainting. Some are dying inside.
Inside there's a lot of people.
Yes, some are dying. They are stabbing people inside. This is what the government are putting us inside. You people should tell them to help us.
So let me ask her, what is this that you have in here?
It's a spaghetti. They're inside the warehouse. More than 5 warehouses. They just broke only one. The food is still there.
So maybe I should ask you. We hear that they've been distributing some of this COVID-19 materials to people. Didn't you get any?
No, they didn't distribute anything. They gave us one spaghetti. 4 people will share one spaghetti. One.
That was what you got.
Yes, in Jikunku. We are living in Jikunku. One person will get more than 4 people will get one bag of rice. Just a little bag of rice. They will share this sugar and share for like 10 people. We didn't get anything.
Okay. So tell me, how was it getting into the warehouse? Have you been struggling?
Very tough. Look at my body. It was very tough and hard. We were struggling. We're struggling. I want to say, see, I struck myself. Yes.
But you were able to come out.
Yes. Glory be to God that I made it. As I entered an easy thing. Some people are dying over there. Some people are suffering, sweating.
Well, if the cameraman can zoom, I just want to establish that it's almost all the materials from the warehouse are labeled COVID palliative materials. Yes. These people are. So are there so many people still there?
Oh my God, people are there much. People are too much there. There's a girl of 21 years that died there. A woman, yes, one woman died also.
Is it that they stepped on them? Can you confirm? Did you see them?
Yes, they stepped on them. They can, when they fell, they cannot stand up. They now march and kill.
Did you see police? Did you see army? Did you see anybody?
Yes, I saw army there, but I didn't see any police.
And they are trying to control it?
Yes.
Okay, and they are allowing people to enter freely?
Yes, there's no problem. People are entering and coming out. Just that the queue is too much. Okay, people are too much over there.
But I learned that the things that are inside there, even in the next 2 days?
Yes, a lot of things is there.
Okay,
they are there. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Well, those are some of the residents from this area. It's called Gwagwalada in Abuja. Those who were lucky to have access into the warehouse, they've taken as much as they can. We hear that unfortunately a lot of people are not able to make it as stampede going on there. She also confirmed that the army guys are there, the military personnel are there. Of course, maybe with trying not to make matters worse, they just allow everyone to have access to pick whatever they can. Back to you.
Well, CHINAEMEREM, earlier in the weekend on Saturday, we did hear that police were able to repel some residents or hoodlums who tried to break into a warehouse storing palliatives. Is this the same warehouse? Is this the same area? Why do you think that the situation has changed from Saturday till now?
Okay, if I got you clearly, I'm aware that this is not the same location that was looted some days back. As at on Saturday, the information that came in was that the location that was being targeted was that at Area 10, where you have the Arts and Culture, the Cyprian Equency Center, which is known as the Arts and Culture Center in Abuja. Now, for that one, we heard that security personnel were able to stop people from looting materials stored in that warehouse. We also have information that somewhere around Jabi, still in Abuja, was also looted a few days ago. These are the areas. And then also somewhere around the area where we call the industrial layout was also visited by some people to loot a warehouse there too. Now, so those are the locations that we hear people have tried to gain access to and loot some materials. This one in Gwagwalada was opened. People got access to this one just this morning, and we hear that at 9 a.m. people have been trooping in and then taking all sorts as much as they can carry.
One really wonders, CHINAEMEREM, when I was listening to you interview those people, the fact that they don't seem to realize that it's not particularly right what they're doing, you know, to go inside a warehouse and then cart away those goods. You know, I was thinking of that, CHINAEMEREM. I don't know whether you were thinking of that as well, because there seemed to be, you know, Okay, well, CHINAEMEREM, I hope you can hear me. I was just saying a while ago, when I was listening to your interview to those people who went into that place to cut away those palliatives, that what they were practically doing was stealing. And it didn't seem to occur to them that that was what they were doing.
If I got you well, are you asking if it's right or wrong?
Yeah, it didn't seem to them, like they didn't seem to care that what they were doing was stealing things kept, palliatives to be shared by Kakovic, rather.
Well, if I got you well, now a number of Nigerians are wondering why such materials have been kept for so long. COVID-19 broke out in China in December, but we felt the impact here around March, and since then government has said they've been distributing a lot of palliatives, so they are wondering why, like one of the respondents I had, if she just got like not so much at the time, like she said, that you could see a pack of spaghetti according to her, and about 4 people had to share that. And then they never knew that government had so much in stock like this. So if they had this much, why have they not been sharing it now? So it looks like there's so much hunger. But I read a report saying that where government was trying to say they are trying to share this thing in batches, if there's going to be a second wave of the pandemic, they had to keep some in stock to be able to share again then. But these respondents are asking, if people are hungry now, why don't you share what we have now and then let tomorrow take care of itself? So that's where the issue is. So to them, it appears that they are not doing anything wrong. But we know that orderliness should lead, and it should be what the government is actually trying to work. Yeah, so orderliness is actually what the government is trying to work with, not having people, troop into warehouses where it has, piled up a number of food items for people to consume. Back to you.
Thank you very much, CHINAEMEREM Joseph, Arise correspondent, for the updates on what's going on at the moment in Gwagwalada.